Hi everybody, and welcome to Jewell Family Farm. I told you before that I was going to take video of us doing the chickens, but it didn't work out that way. We had got a chicken plucker and decided that we had some complications with it right at first, and we decided we didn't want to use it because we were afraid that, you know, if it wasn't ours, and so we decided to let the person that we rented it from to take it on back home because we were just afraid that we would break it. And I knew that she had chickens she had to do that afternoon, and so we decided to do them by hand. A little scared at first because we knew that the chicken plucker, you know, did it really fast, but we found out that these chickens are very, very easy to pluck. So if you can't get your hands on a chicken plucker, and because there's none to be bought, we've looked, we've hunted, we searched for a couple of months now, and there's just none out there to buy. So if you have a bunch of chickens and you don't have a chicken plucker, I mean, there are ways to make one, and I don't know if those work or not, but we did ours by hand, and it went really fast. We only did 8 because we found out we had a lot of things that we need to work on for next time. This was our first time doing this, so and I know this sounds silly, but we didn't realize that we couldn't feed these chickens just regular chicken feed that we feed the laying hens. I know, didn't think of that. Didn't hear anybody talk about that on some of the other YouTube channels that that do this, and so it just never crossed our mind to feed these meat birds a special diet that's made for them. And you can buy it at Tractor Supply, and I'm sure all the other co-ops, but they do have specific feed for meat birds. I hope I'm not the only one that didn't know that, but I don't know. So anyway, we did 8 of them, and we figured out that they just weren't big enough yet. They were only, some of them were, I think the biggest one we got was 2 pounds and 15 ounces. So that was very small. So we decided to stop at that point and go get them some different feed to finish them out on. We still got, I don't know, about 29 birds to do. And so what we're going to do then is we're going to give them this feed for a couple more weeks. And then, but see how, you know, if they plump up some and grow, and then we'll decide when we think that it's a good time to butcher them, and we'll go from there. But here's the ones that we did. I think they look really nice. And we did eat one yesterday, so we did 8 altogether. I gave my daughter 1. We ate 1 yesterday, so we have 6 left. So I was very pleased, and they look really nice. So, I mean, it's not a total, you know, waste. And so we did, you know, come to the conclusion that they weren't big enough yet. And we went from there. So I just wanted to tell you and let you know, that you do make mistakes when you're trying to homestead, and if this is your first time doing certain things, it's always a learning curve, and so don't be discouraged. It only took us about, we had somebody, my husband and my son-in-law were actually doing the killing of the birds, dispatching the birds, and then they were doing the scalding of the birds, then me and my daughter were doing the plucking and the cleaning. So it went fairly fast. I mean, I think we did 8 birds probably in about, I don't know, maybe an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. It wasn't long. It didn't take us long. It takes about, because we're slow, this was our first time doing this, so it took us about 10 minutes, I would say, from dispatch to total plucking all the feathers off. Maybe 10 minutes, I would say. It might have been a little less, but it didn't take long. These birds don't have many feathers, and they outgrow their feathers. That's what happens. The bird actually outgrows the feather. They can't produce the feathers fast enough for their body growth. And so they have very few feathers and hardly any pin feathers. They're like little downy pin feathers that are closer to the skin than the bigger feathers. They didn't hardly have any of that. I mean, you just dunk them and you just pull on the feathers, man, they just come off like crazy, just really fast. And so you can, you know, it don't take no time to pluck these birds. So if you don't have a chicken plucker, don't be discouraged, because if you have some, you know, people helping you, or even if you just have to do it yourself, you can do so many birds a day. Now what we're going to do is either, one of the things that we thought about doing was just bringing a couple birds in at, you know, every day, and like dispatching 2 birds a day, and and my husband would bring them in to me, and then I would take care of that. And that, I mean, you do 2 birds a day, it don't take long to do, you know, that a lot of birds. So that's another way to go. You don't have to have the chicken plucker, and you don't have to have a big setup. You can bring them into the house and do them in your sink, and you know, have a pot of water, you know, that you can dunk them in to scald them. We did one bird like that just as a trial run, and it didn't make a big mess. We were very careful, you know, about, you know, not dragging water all across the floor and feathers everywhere, but you just have to be careful about it. And it went really fast, and it wasn't hard to do. So anyway, I just want to do a little update on that. And sorry I didn't get any footage on us actually doing it, but it was just kind of chaotic that morning, and we got kind of sidetracked when the plucker didn't work. And it did eventually work, but we decided to just let the lady or the person take it back. And I was afraid we would break it or something would happen to it, and then we would owe her a lot of money. So, and we didn't want to do that. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you like this content, and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Count your blessings. Take care, everybody. Bye.